Hello! So, it's been quite a while since my last upload. I think on my last video I was rebuilding the engine of my GLS. Sadly, the video where I assembled the engine had the audio was not usable, so that entire video got scrapped, and so now I had this snowmobile actually on a show, used it a bit in the end of the last season. It's now 2026, so I can show you now a little bit of an update on this snowmobile. So I haven't had the seat cover done. I don't remember if I had the 69 on. Got the headlight delete. And as far as the engine goes, it's in here. Had some wrap on the exhaust just to make it look good. The disc brake conversion is working, and so that's this sled. The project is pretty much finished. Gonna have the seat redone at some time, and some small bits and bobs to do to it, but I have a new project, and that's over here. So this is a 1996 Lynx Rave 670. It's in perfectly running condition. The engine has been rebuilt, well, it's a long time ago, but not that many kilometers ago. It has a lean suspension, 2-up seat, and so you might be wondering what's the plan for this. Well, I actually have quite a crazy plan, which I'm not really sure if it's gonna work, but we are gonna try. Okay, so for the big reveal, the plan for this is I'm gonna build a Lynx triple. This is a 600, so it's actually going down in cc's, but the 600 triple has 120 horsepower, and the 670 has around 97. So it's going to be a upgrade anyway. This is an engine from Ski-Doo Formula 3. I've been looking for quite some time to find an engine because I wanted a Rotax engine. It's not easy, but easier to find Yamaha triples and engines like that, but I didn't want to put a Yamaha engine in a Lynx. It needs a Rotax engine. And it's not only going to be a triple, it's going to be a triple. I think that's going to be the hardest part to fit it in. But of course, as always, this engine is also has one bad compression on the middle cylinder, so I'm gonna have to rebuild it. But I don't think I'm gonna do as much of a video of that as I did on the last engine. I'm just gonna rebuild it, and the video project is gonna be to try to fit the engine in here. Is it gonna work? I don't know. The exhaust part is going to be the worst. So I have measured a lot, and the engine itself is going to fit, but I'm not sure how I'm going to do with the exhaust, and if I'm going to have clearance against the hood. Might have to do some cutting. Hope I don't have to do that. This one's gonna have a rebuild. I have everything. I have carburetors, I have the exhaust, so it's just gonna be a rebuild with the changing out the changing all the pistons when I'm having the engine open. But so that's also, yeah, it's gonna be a project. Hopefully we're gonna have this finished by well, it's in a couple of months. There's gonna be this snowmobile meetup with just old sleds, and I want to be the only one with a Lynx triple, because Lynx actually never made that. Well, 4-stroke triples, but that doesn't count. But yeah, let's start. The first thing we're gonna do is take off this primary, remove some of the this inlet rubbers and take off this, and then we're gonna open up. I have a complete gasket set. I have new pistons, and yeah, hopefully the crank is all good, because the piston here and the cylinder wall looks really good. I've had the camera in and checked, so it's just low compression on the center one, so I think the sled has been stopped in just the right time, so that's good. So but anyway, we're gonna have to dismantle it, and we're gonna start by taking the primary off. So this clutch is also, there's quite a mystery with this engine, because the center cylinder has lost some compression, but also this primary, as you can see, it's locked all the way in, so it's stuck in the throttle fully open. The engine turns nicely, but there's something weird going on here with this, so we're gonna have to take this off and see if we can overhaul this. If not, I have a new one, or one we can use parts from. See if we're able to balance the engine somehow. Like this. Out of shot. Put some water in. Well, that's at least enough. There we go. Primary off. Water trick is the best trick when it works. Can be a bit tricky sometimes, but well, then I'm gonna just take off all of this inlets and everything, so we have easier access. I always put things I disassemble in bags, so I remember where to put it. Now we have all the bolts off. Now the inlet manifold should be loose. I'm able to take this off here. We are, see here they are quite cracked, looking bad, so we're gonna replace all of these. Sitting over there. Take off the plugs. Oops. Now we can inspect the reeds, which look good. Needs to be cleaned, but yeah. So the wires here was actually fixed with just quick connect, not quick connectors, but like this kind of connections, even the one with a plug. So I had to snip them. I didn't like that, but that's just the way it is. Now we're taking off this cover right here. That's all those parts off. Now we're going over to take this top off. Hopefully all the bolts are the same length. They are. There we go. You can see this is the cylinder that's broken or low compression, but the top, can I make it focus, is looking really good. A little bit of soot, but that's okay. And yeah, let's see if we are able to shoot down in here. We're able to see it. You can see maybe no. We'll see when we get it off. Is this also 11? Yes. Kind of weird. Also the same length, all of them. This is kind of, I feel like this is kind of a big reveal. So start by taking off this one. And it's also gonna need some work. Piston is looking okay minus. We're gonna change it out, so that's okay. And then we have this one. This is the one with the bad compression. Yeah. Can we see the cylinder? No, I can shoot that afterwards. I'm gonna get to see. But you can see here zoom in. You see here the piston ring has, yeah, that's not good, but it stopped so perfectly at the right time, so there's no loose parts. Everything is here, but it just stopped at the right time. So that's lucky. And last one, if we can get it off. Oh. This one's looking really good. That's the best one. You can see here that piston, that's the one with the low compression. This one is okay. And this one has some wear on the back of it, but I think it stopped also just in time. But yeah, I'm gonna have to take the crankcase and open it up, although it looks good down here. Now we're gonna take these pistons out. Oh. Okay. Now we have to open the crankcase. Damn it. So actually when I took this piston off, this piston ring broke just by being there, and by some, so it's just, as I said earlier, pure luck that this here hasn't gotten any worse. So that's nice. Now we need to take off the yeah, this housing, so we can split and just take a look at the crank just to make sure that there's nothing down there. Well, I know now because I dropped one of these pins down there, so at least there's one of these, so I have to open it up. I got the flywheel puller rigged up here. Now we just take it off like that. Easy. Right tools, right job. Becomes quite easy. We can take the That's the flywheel. It's actually, I do think this engine has been rebuilt, because I don't know if you can see, but right there you can see there's a hole which I can cover right there. That's the bolt missing. I put my finger like over it, and that's inside. It's been sucking air in there, and I'm guessing that's not good. So a lot of weird stuff going on with this engine. Hopefully we're gonna make it run again. So I flipped the engine upside down, took the engine mounts off. So now we're gonna remove the bolts holding the this housing on. Then we're gonna remove the bolts for the water pump, because that also has to come off. And then we can split the crankcase to see if it looks good. Come off. Maybe not. We have to take this off. I think so. I think it's just being stubborn. Yeah, here we go. That's this. So here you can see the oil pump is driven by this sprocket. The water pump is driven by this one. Can do like this. You see the crankcase is split right here, so we're gonna have to take this one off to be able to, because it's bolted on both sides. Now let's see what we find in here. Oh, forgotten one bolt. Now it should be easier. Holy moly. That looks advanced. Okay, anyway. Alright. Last stretch. Getting the... It is also 11, yes, for some weird reason. If there's anyone from US, do you know if 11 is close to, or what that is in inches, 11 millimeters? I don't know. Gonna check. It's a bit weird. But now, it's the exciting part. Opening up, except for that bolt that we have forgotten. Alright, now all the bolts holding the crankcase together are taken out. So now we're gonna try and pry it from its shot. Pry it open, see if we succeed with that, and to hopefully find a crank that is looking good. Well, let's see what we find in here. Gonna clean it up a bit and then we'll inspect it together. Alright, so needs a bit more cleaning. I just wiped it off with a rag, but there's no grooves that your nail catch in, nothing here. It's actually looking really well. So that's gonna be the next episode. It's gonna be start this or mounting this up again, and I'm so happy that everything in here looks good. I also have the seal for this, and yeah, all the seals. So fun to see that this is the engine is gonna be able to be put back together and actually maybe work. So that's it for this episode. So I wanted to start with just checking or disassembling the engine to see if we was able to make that into a working engine again, and it looks like we are gonna be able to do that. So next episode we'll mount it up, and then we'll start taking the engine out of this snowmobile, now that we know that we have an engine that's gonna work. So see you in the next episode, and thanks for watching, and subscribe. Put the bell on as well. Thank you.